Hello, welcome to Bourbon and a Baby. My name is Jay. Max is not going to be joining us today because Max is still a baby and still not old enough to drink Tennessee whiskey. Alright, and what I'm going to be drinking today is a Jack Daniel's single barrel store pick. So this is not the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof that gets a lot of high regards in the whiskey community, but this is a store pick. This is my first time ever having a store pick. I've had just like their regular single barrel non-barrel proof before and thought it was pretty good. The barrel proof's amazing, but I wanted to try out a single barrel store pick. So this pick was made by OHLQ, which is the Ohio Liquor Control Agency. So this was their pick. It says OHLQ number 2 on here. It came from Rick number L27 and barrel number 2004134 and was bottled on 7/24/2020. So anybody out there that has this exact one, it's possible. So yeah, I'm real excited to give this a try. This is 87% or 94 proof. And let's get into this. Now, I will say I've never been a huge Jack Daniel's fan, especially the old number 7, your traditional Jack Daniel's. I've always kind of thought Gentleman Jack was okay. Never personally like a go-to or anything like that, but you know, better than old number 7. But I think where Jack Daniel's really shines is in their single barrels, and then, as I've said, in that their single barrel proof. But so yeah, I'm real curious to get into this this store barrel selection. So let's go ahead and give this a nose. This has a lot going on. It's real, like, I know it's weird to say something smells thick, but this smells really thick. And if I just like switch this around in the glass a little bit, I don't know how well it's going to translate on video here, but it's real, pretty oily and viscous, and really has some legs to it. So that's a good sign. I really like that. It smells quite different than I remember old number 7 smelling. This like real syrupy, again kind of adding to that thickness aspect. Real syrupy, real like, I feel like it's got a heavy caramel, which is again not something I traditionally get from old number 7. The kind of the maple charcoal kind of process that, you know, I think really comes across a lot in old number 7. It's present here, but it's kind of down, it's buried down low. It's not very prominent. It's like almost like a caramel butterscotch pudding. Just real. I can't get over how thick and viscous it smells. There's a hint of banana in there, and I know that's common with Jack Daniel's and Brown-Forman products in general. But I don't think that's overwhelming. I personally actually don't like that note on bourbons very much, so I do think there's a hint of that there, but it's not, again, it's not super strong, but just like caramel butterscotch vanilla. So you take a caramel pudding, a butterscotch pudding, and a vanilla pudding, and you mix them all together. That's what I'm smelling here. All right, let's get to the palate. Cheers. That takes you on a little bit of a ride. It takes you on a little bit of a ride. It starts off a lot spicier than what came across on the nose. Black pepper, a little bit of that charcoal even. Some oakiness, just that barrel flavor, and it kind of like almost shocks your system with that upfront spiciness, and then it kind of even before it hits the finish though, it kind of mellows, and that's where that caramel, vanilla, butterscotch pudding flavor kind of really starts to come through, and then that lingers into the finish. And for 94 proof, this has a really long finish. It's still kind of going, so I think that's saying something for a 94 proof whiskey. It's not like one thing that one of the reasons I don't like Old No. 7 is that it's just so like kind of harsh. I think it's hard to drink. It just kind of has this punch to it that I personally don't like, and that doesn't come across here at all. This is real easy to drink, and yeah, it doesn't have that kind of. I think the proof point might have a lot to do with that, because Old No. 7 I believe is 80 proof. This being 94 proof, I think allows that thickness, that oiliness to kind of come through more, and lets more of those flavors really shine. Let's try sip number 2 here. Yeah, this is good. I really like this. Now, I didn't get that kind of burst of spice up front, maybe just because my palate kind of acclimated it more to it now. But I still get that kind of thick caramel, butterscotch, vanilla pudding. I still get the barrel spice, the oakiness, and a little bit of that charcoal and black pepper. This is fun. This is a nice little drink. This would be something. Now I know all single barrels are gonna differ, but this would be something fun to share. Whether somebody that's just a big Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 fan, and that's kind of what they drink. That's maybe all they drink. It'd be kind of interesting to give them something like this and see what they think of it. See if they like it even more, or if it's too much of a change for them. But it's also fun to give something like this to somebody that hates Jack Daniel's because they only think of that Old No. 7. Give them this and change their mind and say, yeah, they're not. It's not all like that. They actually make some good stuff. It's good. It's like kind of that right combination of spicy and sweet. It's really hitting the spot with me. Now, I was drinking on this a little bit earlier today, and I added a couple of small ice cubes to it, and I will say that actually made it worse. It actually started to taste more like Old No. 7 as the cubes started to melt more. It stopped being so easy to drink. It brought back more of that punch that I was talking about with the Old No. 7. So this is one I would definitely suggest drinking neat and not adding ice to it, especially if you don't like Jack Daniel's Old No. 7. Definitely don't add ice to this then. If you do like that, just buy Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 and you'll be good, right? Save yourself a little bit of money. But no, this is really good. I'm really happy with this. I like this a lot. All right, so I'd love to hear what you guys think. Have you had a store pick of Jack Daniel's Single Barrel? How have they been for you? What do you think about them? Also, I'm going to be doing a video on this sometime in the future about whether or not Jack Daniel's is bourbon. So there's a big debate out there, and a lot of people, it can be fighting words for a lot of people. So I want to know what you guys think. Is Jack Daniel's bourbon? Is that something that you're passionate about one way or the other? Hit me up in the comments below and let me know, and I might mention your comments or share your comments in the video I make on that in the future also. So yeah, chime in if you're passionate. Let me know what your thoughts are. All right, thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. You can follow Max and myself on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're at Bourbon and a Baby on all those platforms. And lastly, you can find some Bourbon and a Baby merchandise at our shop on Spreadshirt. I'll throw that link in the description below. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, it's just good. All right, time to add this to our Bourbon and the Baby infinity bottle. Now, I haven't opened this in a while. It's smelling quite good. All right, I'm gonna throw about an ounce of this into the mix. Perfect. Can't wait to see how this baby turns out here in a little bit.